service in that live. You push live again, don't know. You push go live and it says resume or ended it. See. I'm sorry, it's a bumpy, you know, I'm from West Virginia and we have the greatest roads in the world, y'all. But anyway, what I was saying is I won't have to get any more comments about driving, holding my phone, because look, I'm hands-free. My sister hooked me up for the phone holder and a light so I can go live in the night. Oh, let's see. Scale to there, is that what it was? I'm sorry, y'all. I can't see it. Am I bouncing really bad? Is it huge vibration? I think it's a combination of our roads, and I probably need new shocks on this 2009 truck. But anyway, I'm so glad to be hands-free. I'm so glad to have this light. My sister got a little upset because my granddaughter got me one too. Who was that? I saw a wrench. Donna D. Hi, honey. Mark Webb. Hey, I'm going to the farm. Let me tell y'all, I'm the smartest farmer in the world. All of my chickens are at my house in one county, and all of my hay is at the farm in the other county. Am I talking too loud? Can y'all hear me good? How do I need to talk for y'all to hear me? Can y'all hear me all right? Somebody just let me know. You lost power yesterday. Oh, Lord. Hey, Miss Sunny Preps. Did you see my comment that I'll drive halfway, or you can come down, or whatever you want to do? Although my bunkhouse has turned into storage because we never did get to 5x5. What's a 5x5? Loud, clear. Oh, thank you, Tina. Because sometimes I feel like I'm talking too loud, and if I talk in a normal voice, y'all can't hear me. So I always do live. Hey, yo, Michelle. I feel like I'm screaming at y'all, but now I've got this rain. Listen, I'm telling you, I have got the hay at the farm, the chickens and turkeys at the house. We never did. I was so interested in getting my porch built, which I needed. I had 4 pallets there, and they weren't even, and some of them were old, and I could have gotten more pallets. I could have made it better. Never did. I just wanted, I knew if I did that I wouldn't, you know, press for having that porch. Let me see if I can hold that, keep you from vibrating so bad. That deck built, and it's wonderful. It's 12 by 12. We're going to put a roof on it so I can put chairs. I'm going to screen it in. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Of course, that'll be when the weather breaks project. What was I saying? See, I squirreled myself. Oh, we never built a pump house. So I've got the regulator with cardboard on it, got a big piece of tin on it. It's surrounded by pallets. Talk about a redneck setup, y'all. And I'm sorry I can't see chat. But now we're in the middle of a doggone blasted monsoon, and I've got to go up here. The guy that put my well pump in, he wasn't supposed to be doing anything but digging lines. I got up there, he had the regulator in, he had the copper pipes from the well to the regulator in. The regulator sitting on a tube before. I was supposed to have been bringing either cement to make a pad or just those little cap blocks, you know, that's probably what I was going to do so I could do it myself and set all that stuff on it. No, I got up there and that doggone man had everything in, but I do have some black pipe insulation, and I'm going to tape those copper pipes. I'm going to tape that, oh, you know, those black slitted pieces of insulation that you put on pipes. I'm going to tape that on it. And then, well, I was going to get some shovels of dirt. Now it's going to be mud. And I was going to try to insulate it with that. I've got my silver stuff. I don't know what to do. But it's not on. I don't have the generator on, so there shouldn't be any water in it. But it's going to be 22 degrees tomorrow. 22. And it's 50 something where I was. And clips. My clip fell off. Oh my gosh. All of this vibration. Man, talk about a high-tech redneck. Oh my gosh. Oh, I had a clip to my mirror. And I just dropped everything. But I'm going to stop down here and fix it. Because, believe it or not, once I get off the interstate, well, this part isn't too rough. There's Lenny on the Mississippi. Hey there. Can't see the comments. Get down here and see if I can fix this mess. I was holding the phone and wasn't paying any attention to the clip. You're buffering, so you're behind. Well, I'm not showing I'm buffering. Is anybody else buffering? Looks like the rain's going to clear up a little bit. Could have been the rain. I don't know. It was before. Well, it's clearing up a little bit. It's not so bad. All this, no buffering on your end. Yeah, buffering a good bit. Oh, I hate that. But you know, when it uploads, it skips through those buffering parts sometimes. Not now, you're good. Gosh, I hate that. Let me get off this exit and see if I can get my system rigged again. Because that was nice not holding the phone. Scan family, I hope you're doing all right, honey. You know, I pray for all my YouTube family when I pray. Every day. At least one time a day I say a prayer for everybody. Usually it's 2 or 3. But yeah, I haven't been feeling good, so there is no way I can hold this phone and do a live. I promise y'all that. Nope. No traffic. Good deal. Let me pull over here. See if I can get y'all hooked up again. Oh my gosh. I might have to figure out a way to make sure this buckle, this clip. See, this is, let me show y'all while it's off. This is a real neat setup. It holds my phone and it's got a light and then that big old clip. Isn't that awesome? And she went, oh no, she saw the one my granddaughter brought me. And I said, no. Whoops. Now I'm tearing everything apart, y'all. Where you keep sunglasses, I've had this $2 bill up there forever. Oh my word, my word. Excuse me, you never know what you're gonna get with me. Oh, my sister also bought me this shirt for Christmas. I've always wanted one of these with the thumbs to go through it. Just never have gotten one. But she gave it to me, the pink camo. Let me see if I can clip y'all back on here. That it'll stay. Messing with my phone, I think I was moving it. Hold on. That little clip phone's rough. Okay, can I still see out my rearview mirror? Okay, how's that? Let's see. I think the weather is causing my buffering. Oh, okay. You're close to Heidi? Oh, Heidi's a West Virginia girl. What did old Bob say? Listen, if old Bob comes back in and says anything, don't time him out. Delete him. Block him from the channel. Y'all don't have to play. That's too much work. If timing him out don't work, just block him. You know, that's not a real name. Or it could be. And if it is, it's time for Jesus to come back. We don't have time for Satan in our lives. I don't want nothing to do with no pagan. Nope, 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 nope. Let's see. If you have an old doghouse, put it on the well. Oh, listen. We can't cover up our well. You know, all over the state, I couldn't figure out why everybody had a blasted wishing or yard. Well, it's because you can't cover up your wellhead. Somewhere in the Midwest, you know, and of course West Virginia, all of our coal mines underground were full of methane. Well, they dug down 250 feet, sometimes just 30 feet. Most of our wells, because the mountains are really, really deep. I'm squirreled. I don't know what y'all about. But anyway, you can't cover a wellhead up. No, it's my pipes that are above ground, my copper pipes above ground, that the water comes through to the regulator. This crazy thing. Oops. See, I slid my clip. That's how I got that clip off there. I was trying to get my phone right. You know, clip's strong. But I've got this light. I can do nighttime lives. I'm so excited. See, I squirreled myself again. So anyway, those copper pipes are above ground that go from the wellhead to the regulator. And see, the regulator, most everybody puts them in their basements or inside. Look at this thing sliding. Look at me running off the road. Oh, Lord, y'all. Let me see if I can figure out how to get this on here good. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. I might drop y'all in the floor again. If I do, just cover your heads so you don't get your head hurt. But anyway, monsoon season. My word, my yard is so muddy. I've got one loose. Tried to catch him, poor thing. Tore all these feathers just about off his back. As much grip as I could get in my hand. And he just flies up on the roof and up in the house. He just goes everywhere. And then he goes around the coop all puffed up because Goldie Mama is in the coop with another Tom, 2 Toms. And he just puffs up and struts. And then I got another coop. We got the turkey eggs, and my sister has a incubator, and she incubated 2 hens and a Tom, and I put them all together, and my goodness, my original turkeys was trying to kill them. And I had to put them in a coop all their own, take the chickens out. Oh gosh, my chickie mama's loose, and apparently she likes to go up in the neighbor's yard. He has a hot tub. That neighbor don't care, but the neighbor next to him has a dog, goes out and wants to chase the chickens. Well, he didn't stop. He knows I'm the one that owns those chickens. He did not stop and say anything to me. He stopped and got ugly with my son. Oh, it's not raining now. So, he'll be calling animal control tomorrow. So, I'm going to have to mark Chickie Mama. She's white, and I have several white hens, but she is such a good brooder. And I want to mark her. My sister gave me little ankle bracelets for them, color-coded with letters on them. I don't know what happened to them. I had them on my grill. But, there I go again. Y'all gotta overlook me. Today, my mind is everywhere. Oh, there's a truck behind me, and I'm not wanting to go fast. I'm trying to minimize this vibration. I'm almost to a point I can pull over. I don't know what's wrong. You get people from out of state, and they don't know if they want to go slow. Get the snot off the road. Let us pass you. No, they won't do that. You gotta go behind them 10 million miles. I don't think this guy's gonna pass me if I do pull over. There he goes. 2 miles an hour. Oh, shoot. It's that company that's working on the Verizon fiber optic lines Oh my gosh. Have y'all do y'all watch Twisted Luck Truth? Name of his channel, Twisted Luck Truth. There's purple lights on the highways, on the exits. And, you know, Miss Sunny Preps is the one that was reading the ingredients on that Kool-Aid. And there's a glowing agent in it. And he takes black light paint, has it glowing all over a poster and on his hand and stuff from those purple lights. Now, we don't have any. Of course, now, I haven't been to our capital, but where I'm at, we don't have any. Ours is really bright white, and like, with them, they're so bright that the regular street lights look golden color when they are lit up. But anyway, where was I? Okay, so we're in monsoon season here. It should be snowing. I hope I have some boots in the truck. So I've got to get those copper pipes covered. But you know, I really don't think there's any water in them because it's not on. But, you know, I paid a fortune. You know, that everything I got prices for. By the time I had it done, they'd all doubled everything because of the lockdowns, and I guess thought they were special. They weren't locked down. They didn't have to. Let me see, I'm sliding down again. Okay, let's see if that'll work. I think it's vibration of these great roads. How many we have in here? 30? Oh, holy cow. I wish I knew everybody that was in here, but I'm on this curvy road and I'm going slow, and trying to minimize y'all's vibration. I don't want to make you seasick. But I'm so thrilled. Back to that. Here goes my brain. Back to this setup. I am so thrilled with this setup. Y'all cannot believe, I always delete them. But y'all can't believe the ugly posts that I've got. Oh, you're breaking the law. You're on your phone while you're driving. You're not being safe. Oh my gosh, just all kinds of stuff. Ooh, I want to show y'all something. Let me think. I can't see what it says. Anybody have a calculator that they can do some quick math for me? I want y'all to do a little division problem for me and put the answer up. Does anybody have a calculator? El Michelle, you have a calculator? You can do some math for me? This is stupid. Oh, okay. Scale 2D. Divide. And here's where the numbers come. You need 4,000 watch time minutes to get monetized. Okay, well, I have said, let me say a million times that I really thought these platforms were evil. And I had been pondering. I just couldn't put my finger on something. I knew there had to be something I found. Okay, 4,000 watch time minutes. There's 60 minutes in an hour. Divide 4,000 by 60 and put on there how many watch time hours a year a creator maintain to size. Now, I'm not monetized. Put that number up there for everybody to see. I know the answer. 66.6667 watch time hours a year to stay monetized on this platform. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of creepy. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I don't know. Holidays are over. You know, I'm trying to get my brain into the new year. But there was just, and I'll tell you what made me think of that. It was when I was working with YouTube to figure out about my channel being hacked. and they were talking about my AdSense account, so I hope I can keep y'all on there. But what do y'all think of that? 66.6667 hours a year you have to have content on your channel to maintain nation. Any thoughts, or is it just me? I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying all these creators need to go unmonetized. You know, a lot of the creators, that is their income, and they work very, very hard on their content. Channels that I love. I'm not suggesting anybody at all. This, oh Lord, that's heavy. You know, do away with their monetization. I'm not saying that at all. I just thought that was interesting, because I knew there was just something evil about the whole thing. Uh-oh. I'm going to lose my clip again. Or hold this phone up. I'm going to have to re-clip. These doggone bouncy roads, I'm going to have to figure out a difference. Whoop, there it went. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else to clip it to, y'all. Okay, this will give me a chance to look at the comments. Yes, we are. Yep, that's what it is. Are y'all surprised? $70 last night. Below freezing tonight. I think, oh, I'm using the wrong finger. I think, oh, you have those purple lights in Orlando? Well, you know, if they're going to be anywhere, they'll be at our capital or up in Morgantown or... Bob was a bad boy. Oh, listen, I've had trolls ever since. I've had trolls ever since I had my channel. Okay, let's see. Let's try this again. I forgot what I was wanting to talk to y'all about, which isn't no surprise. Y'all know I'm a dingbat. Let me see if I put it on there like that. Well, that ain't gonna work that way. I'm really trying to figure out how to get this clip on here that it'll stay, so I don't drop y'all. What state is it? Says Ewans. So I don't drop Ewans in the floor anymore. Okay, I need 2 hands. Two hands. Now, if I can get this to work, it's going to be magnificent. But, you know me. I'm not very techy, y'all, at all. Let me see. I might could clip it to my... Nope, that's not going to be wide enough. I can't figure out where to clip it. The visor. That's smart. Oh my gosh, the visor. Okay, let me try the visor. Put it over here farther. Well. Oh my word, y'all. Oh. I've done wore myself out. There we go. Visor. Holy smokes. The visor. Oh my Lord. Now I've got to get this thing away from me. Y'all don't want me right in your faces. Of course, I don't want to be right in your faces. Oh, listen, I about died when I found out people put me on their TV and could see all of my wrinkles and problems, and that's going to work great. I think it's going to work to have it on the visor. Of course, I need to... That... My phone was moving because I didn't have that thing twisted tight enough. Hold on a minute. Okay, let's try this again. The visor. Oh, my word. Okay. The visor. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Such a simple solution, and I'm trying to make it hard. The visor. The visor's going to work. Uh-oh, my phone's not in there. The visor. You know what that reminds me of? I gotta tell y'all a story. Back when my boys were in high school, they were on a wait a minute, I gotta clip my phone in here good. I don't want that sucker falling out. They were on a ski team, a racing ski team, snow skiing. Why will my phone not go in there? I can't get my phone to stay. It was. The phone wasn't the problem. Okay. But anyway, they tricked me. I had taken ski lessons. I had skis, and I bought so much for my boys. They gave me, you know, it was the end of the season, gave me a big old discount. I'm losing people. Y'all getting tired of it. But anyway, they said, oh, Mom, this slope is not bad at all. We want you to go with us. We'll stay right there with you. We're going to break off one part. And we're going to jump out of the woods right in front of you. We'll be able to see you, just parallel skin to you. Well, what they didn't tell me was that trail was 2 miles long, and I'm wedging my skis. My Lord, talk about a muscle burn in your legs. Let's try this. Clip it to the visor. Oh, my God. That's great. So anyway, I fell. I went around a curve, and it was real steep, and I fell back. And when I fell back, I fell on my skis. So here I am going down this hill, and I knew another curve was coming, and I'm laying on my skis, laying back on my skis, knees bent, my legs still in the boots. And I'm just sliding along down that ski slope, and I was yelling for the boys to come and help me, and this young kid, probably 12, 13 years old, he skied up beside me and he said, roll over, lady. I panicked. I never thought about rolling over. So that's what that reminds me of, clipping to the visor. Oh, you know, sometimes when it's the real simple things, I just don't get it. My brain just does not. Oh, my word. Listen. Sometimes I have no sense, y'all. Clip it to the visor. Listen, I will be laughing about that. I laughed about that ski incident for years. I'll be laughing about clipping to the visor for years. It's like, die, where's your brain? I guess my brain's falling hair. But listen, I've been praying really hard about this hair. It's not falling out as bad as it was, but it's still pretty bad. Clip it to the visor. It's hanging right there. I'm trying to clip it to the rear view mirror. Oh my gosh, y'all. But listen, we gotta laugh. I look for anything in this world, this day and time. I'm looking for anything in the world to laugh about. I think that's a huge problem. Everybody, you know, my little byline for my channel, don't be scared, just be prepared, came from, you know, I've got a lot of new people, so I'm gonna repeat this. I was having a conversation with a gal I worked with, and she was the only one in the whole 2 buildings where I worked that would listen and was interested in prepping. And she started looking into things, and she said, oh my gosh, she said, it's like you mention anything to you, you've got an answer, you've already thought about it, you're doing it. She said, does this not scare you to death, and how do you think about it all the time? Well, you know, it has become habit. instead of going paying $6 for a latte, man, I just soon go buy a flat of 12 cans of green beans. I mean, it's just automatic. And that's where my byline came from. I looked at her and I said, I'm not scared, I'm prepared. That came from a true conversation. So, I think everybody kind of gets caught up in, especially those that are kind of behind on the prepping. But I've told y'all so many times, over your meals and it will fill. It will make everybody's belly feel full. Pray over your meals. Thank God for those meals. And people will feel full. No matter how much you are sharing amongst how many people. You're going to feel full. Just make sure you have calories and fats and some carbs and some proteins. And oh, look, it stopped raining. Well, y'all can't see me. Oh my God. Cracks. So yeah, I'm taking my silly self before it turns 22 degrees. I might try to come in. I need my birds, they've eaten on their hay. So anyway, I don't know. There is a channel, y'all will know who I'm talking about, because I don't like to mention names. That is, are you serious? 15 times. I'm not real, I don't make sure I miss any episodes. Let me put. But the news to get out that than any other channel I know, it amazes me. What are that man's contacts? Well, I saw where he uploaded and he was talking about has talked to the Ruski leader, and now he's supposed to be talking to the big large Ukraine leader today. And I don't know, and I guess I need to go back and watch it. Y'all can go watch it to see who said what, but said that they were seeking peace and safety. And he said that was, in the Bible for revelation toward the end times. Well, I don't ever just take anybody's word for it. And I suggest don't take mine. Look it up. But I'm going to tell you, it's in 1 Thessalonians 5, 2 and 3, I think it was. Or first, it's 4 or 5, but it's the second. I'm pretty sure it was 1 Thessalonians 5. And it says, as the Lord comes as a thief in the night, when they say peace and safety, there will immediately follow destruction that you can't turn from. And New Year's Eve, God's chosen people's country bombed the snot out of the Gaza Strip. Those people are hell in that strip. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Life is so easy if everybody did what they were supposed to do, take care of their own business. Life is so easy, and they can't figure it out. It's greed. It's for the love of money or oil or something, or I used to think that. But think when they went over with that big shock and awe, that was the stupidest thing. Shock and awe. Yeah, I was shocked and awed that it was so pitifully done. They were just bombing here and there, helter skelter. Who knows? We had, 10 lookalikes or something? Who knows if that hung? Who knows who's running that country? Who knows who's running for Pete's sake? Every time that man gets to a microphone, and I apologize, I know I'm all over the place. They won't let me say this. I couldn't answer any questions. Who is they? Somebody please tell me, who is they? Now, mainstream media, they're not attacking him like they did our leader. And Kamala's ratings are supposed to be lower than his. What if he would replace her? I always thought it was going to be Nancy. If he got rid of he would replace. How much Hillary's been in the press? Oh, did y'all see where she was reached balling like a baby? Man, those people are lunatics. But what if he replaced the current VP with her, and then got together and followed through with that amendment, got his poor old right. I feel sorry for that man, or his lookalike, or whoever it is. I mean, Alzheimer's, dementia, issues that create memory problems. That's sad. It's abuse. I really truly think it is. Whoever is sitting in that position, in that mental state, that is abuse to me. What if then they decided the cabinet got together and ousted him out, and then we had the OHC as our leader? Could you? Oh my word. And everybody's going, oh, midterms, here comes midterm. It's going to be in November. We're going to take back the House, and we're going to have more than the 50-50 split in the Senate. And what have they done in years? What have they done? Nothing. They haven't done anything. They're useless and worthless, y'all. They're not going to do anything any different. And if they did pass something and it got to the president's desk and he wanted to veto it, he could just veto it. I mean, come on. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all, I want y'all to look at this, look at this. The minute they start in, look at this, y'all know to be looking at something else. Let me see. I've done been all over the place. Got that hooked to my sun visor. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I did have a point I wanted to make to y'all. I don't remember what it was. I don't know. What do y'all think that the Ruskies are going to do? We didn't do anything when they went over there and took over Crimea. What'd we do? What did we do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What are they so worried about the Ukraine? Is the Ukraine going to be taken over by the Ruskies, and then they're going to find out how elbow deep Sleepy Joe and his family is all up in that mess over there? Well, everybody knows. Everybody knows there's an issue. We just don't know how deep it goes. Deep enough. That old pervert son of his sure has been protected of Sleepy Joe's. I'm getting all these $500 million for a stupid painting, and then, oh, heaven forbid, I can't believe I clicked on something and saw one of those porn videos of his. Man, he's a sicko. Oh my gosh, and old Sleepy Joe sniffing little girls. That's who's running our country, y'all. My dad was in the Army. He was a military policeman in the Army. And I can remember he would get on family members if they'd put up a American flag, 4th of July, and then it started raining and they'd left their flag up, and he'd tell them, get Old Glory out of that weather, and you bury it or you burn it. And, I mean, my dad was a patriot. He was in the Army. Now, he wasn't active. He was a military policeman stationed at a base. He was never active, but he was in during the is it the Korean conflict? Is that the one we had? That's when he was in. And, there was never any doubt, love your country, love your country, love your country. Fight for your country. Do whatever you have to. And now, Jesus believing patriots are homegrown enemies. This country was based on religious freedom. And oh, yeah, I know there was some hokey stuff that went on back then with all that. Lord, we can find something wrong with everything, but anyway, I got all squirreled off on that. What I was trying to say is, don't let all of this stuff drive you crazy. Plan, make goals. Don't lose your joy. Be happy. What is the next goal? What is it time to be doing, y'all? If y'all don't want to eat all of this lettuce that's going to be grown with all of these chemicals and spores that do bad things, it's time to start planting your garden, y'all. I want y'all to look up Baker Creek seeds. I've never been a big sunflower fan. Chocolate cherry sunflowers. Oh, my word. I put them in my cart, and I didn't order them last night. Didn't want to get up and get my debit card. But if you've got chickens, you need to be planting sunflowers, especially the black oil sunflowers, because we may not be able to get grains. That tornado, God bless those people, went through and just wiped out corn silo after corn silo. You better be buying some cornmeal or get some stuff that you can grind. But it's garden time, which means if you want to give your little seedlings, it takes 2 weeks for the I don't know what's the problem. There's nothing here. But anyway, I did a video where I was planting my little seeds in the red solo cups, and they got pretty high. Most of that stuff was direct seed. I could have put it in my garden, and that's how big those little plants would have been, so I didn't think anything about it. But I was at one house, and I wasn't at the farm doing that stuff. And I really didn't let my plants, now I know, because it's kind of on an incline. I lost all of my plants last year. I planted that garden 3 times last year and got zip out of it. Zip 0, 0. So, I'm going to succession. I'm going to start my seeds in cups, and then I'm going to, let them get bigger, get them in the garden. But when they reach the point that they're not just little bitty, seedlings, and they start to grow bigger stalks, I'm going to another set. So I'm going to succession seed. We don't have a whole lot of channels. I'm in zone 6B. A whole lot of that I have found 6B channels to know what to do. Listen, you need to worry about your potatoes, tomatoes, green beans, and corn. I guess that's where I'm up against this mountain. It's away from this mountain. You need to do your lettuces and cucumbers and squashes and all that stuff in the spring, and leave, and some of your tomatoes, like your cherry tomatoes and stuff. And then May through August, do your green beans and potatoes. There's certain kinds, you have to look them up, of the tomatoes that do well in the heat. But you can do your lettuces, pumpkins, gourds, squashes, cucumbers, several of those things in spring, from the last frost till, see, it doesn't, in zone 6B, it doesn't really start getting hot till July. We just have July, August, and part of September that it's really, really hugely hot. So we always plant our potatoes Sunday after Mother's Day. sometimes Saturday before Mother's Day, sometimes the next week. But that's usually around Mother's Day when we can count our frost is gone. But you need to start your seeds within the next week or two, because you want those seeds strong. And then once they get, you can start them in those little bitty cups, and when they get bigger, then put them in Dixie cups, and that's when their stalks will really get strong. And if you start them now, you, instead of going out and buying and paying all that money for those stronger plants, you can go ahead and start them now, transfer them over into Dixie cups, cut little holes in the bottom, put them in a tray or put them in a tote, keep water in them and let them wick the water up so you're not watering them every day. But now is the time to plant your seeds to get your plants strong enough to put in the ground. So within the next week or so, I'm going to be starting my seeds. That's one of the things I have to do. My friend told me, well, I'm buffering. There's nothing, I never buffer here. Oh, yeah, our cell service is awesome. I will go back and watch Chat, y'all. But now's the time to start getting your seeds in dirt in the house. And, oh, that's what I was going to say. When your little bitty seedlings are big enough to put in your Dixie cups, or not your Dixie cups, your solo cups for their, to get bigger rounds and to make stronger plants. I just lost the thought. Y'all. I don't know what I was going to tell you. If you have them inside, you can't take those plants from inside and just throw them out in your garden. You've got to start hardening those plants off. So what you do, because in May and June even sometimes in Zone 6B, it may be in the 70s through the day, but it's going to be 40s at night. So you have to harden those plants off. So you set them out in the morning before, it reaches the heat of the day, and let them stay till the evening and bring them back in the house when it gets real cold. And you just keep adding to the length of time that you've got your seedlings outside. Let them acclimate to the weather so you don't shock them and their little leaves curl, and then you have to wait for them to grow new leaves, and you're already waiting for them to establish that root system. You leave them in the Dixie cups, at least a month. Once you transplant them, you're going to have a good, strong root system. So now is the time. And if you wait until after this month, Baker Creek and one of the other seed companies has already sent me the big catalog. All those chocolate cherry sunflowers are beautiful. But you better be getting yourself some sunflowers in the ground. Have a contact for some hay. Chickens will eat hay. My chickens are eating hay. There's seeds in that hay. Have you some seed, have you some hay, have you some sunflower seeds, plant just some corn, and then use your table scraps. And they say, oh, don't give them tomatoes. Yeah, everybody gives them tomatoes. They'll eat tomatoes. Go ahead and plant some early, because if you're doing, your fall garden, whatever in 6B you do for your fall garden, you can do for your spring garden. And cabbage, all you have to do, if you don't have a root cellar, you dig, when you cut your cabbage off, you don't take those big huge leaves off. You wrap that cabbage head around in those big huge leaves, dig a bigger hole where your cabbage head was, turn that thing upside down with its bigger leaves around it for insulation, bury it back in the ground, but leave the stem, cut a big, the big stem off of it so you can see where they are. You can have that, you can plant enough cabbages and weather cabbages like that through the winter and even through the summer, cover the stalks that you cut off with straw or something to help them keep, covered. And you can feed, you can go ahead and grow your squash. You can, after you get through saving, let's see, I'm going to go here. beside my son's camp on the river. See, not too far from the farm, we have a camp on the river, so we don't have to worry about public access fishing. But you know, the water turned bitter. We're not going to be able to eat fish long. But right now, if you're wanting to be able to can, and oh my word, this river, holy smokes, I'm glad I drove down here. Oh my goodness, let me see if I can turn y'all around. Yep, I can. I'm gonna take you off here. Let's see. Look at that river. That island out there is totally exposed in the summer. Look how high this river is. And it's usually just as green. I mean, green as it can be. That's why it's called the Greenbrier. That's the Greenbrier River. But, let me see, let me turn you around. This river is nowhere near typically the bottom of that bridge. Let's see if I can get you closer. And look how close. I mean, you can stand on that bridge and see the bottom of those posts when the river is normal. Oh my word. I'm gonna try the, no, it's not green now. No, buddy. And listen, below here, stuff floods worse. I was talking to y'all and didn't look at the river on my way up. I see down here where the boys' camp is, oh, it always floods. The fire department used to come and spray the mud out. They won't do that anymore. I don't know why. They haven't been up here so long, Lord, you can hardly see the place for all the... Here. Oh. Let me see where I can find a good place to show y'all. If we can even see it because of... Oh, there's the neighbors. Oh, good grief. Okay. Show y'all is the porch was put on their camp and covered a cement patio, and then out from that was like a little cement dock that you could walk out on and fish. Look, it is underwater. Let me see if I can get it. Look how high that river is. That is horrible. I don't know why somebody always leaves that door open to this place. You know, of course, I didn't bring any protection. I think I'll be okay. I'm going to walk in here and see if somebody's been living in here for the winter. Oh, gosh. Well, it might have, water might have been up because it's kind of soft. Let's go in and see. I'm gonna turn, let's see. I don't know. Oh my goodness, the roof's leaking. Thing's full of mud. Sorry about that, y'all. Holy moly. This place is a mess. Oh, somebody's tore the mirror down off the wall. Gotta be careful. Sorry about the dark. Oh my word. It's falling apart. It's been flooded too many times, and my boys have not been up here. Of course, well, I was in here last summer. A year ago. I don't know. unless somebody's just come in. That door's locked, but the thing's off of it. This is a shame. This was a nice camp that just went to. I'm afraid to walk out there on that deck, on that front part of that deck. I'm not that brave. But the lock to the door has been torn off. That's why it's not staying open. It's always been on there. But the door's locked, and then the part that goes into the wall, excuse me, has been cut out. But yeah, this river is just a mess. Oh my goodness, and it's swift. See if I can get over here. It never flows that fast, y'all. But south of us, this river makes a huge flood mess. Absolutely huge flood mess. But it's being eroded. There's huge erosion issues. Huge. And I don't know what they're going to do about it. If that camp falls in the river, we still own the property to come down here and fish. Now, some of the neighbors are working on putting big rocks and wire fences attached with like roof bolts they use in the mines. So, and we have more rain coming until it turns into snow. Now you want to fish? Well, honey, you can't fish in that mess. It is too muddy and too swift. There's no fishing in that mess. Do you know, I haven't been fishing. Now, I didn't sell my camp until, let's see, November, made a year ago. I'd go down there and I'd sit and look at the river, fishing poles everywhere, lures everywhere, past the bait store, coming and going. I bet y'all I have not been fishing, actually thrown a line into the river in 3 or 4 years. I don't know why. I love to fish, and I'm good at it. I always catch fish, but I haven't eaten fish in a long time. Well, let me see. Can I get around here? I guess these folks aren't used to any traffic on this road anymore. There we go. Had the whole thing blocked up. I don't know. I just haven't fished. But I catch and release. You know, I don't keep them anyway. I thought a fish that I had caught one time was dead. I put it in several fish. Put them in the cooler on ice, and I went to cut the head off of one. My mom was with me. She was still alive then. And that sucker was still alive. And I had started cutting its little head off. Oh my gosh. I had to cut that. You know, it don't bother me to slit the chicken's throat and can the chicken. But that little old fish's tail was just a flopping and carrying on. I hated that so bad. And our knife was dull. If I'd had a better knife, it would have been okay. I'm on a gravel road that's hasn't been graveled in a while, and it's just one big water pit. So anyway, the point of my video, and I have gone all around talking about everything in the world, is if you don't have seeds. That looks like a fireman up there hanging Christmas lights. They dressed up a fire suit and made it look like a fireman, the fire department. But anyway, you better be ordering your seeds, or you're not going to be able to get non-GMO heirloom seeds from these good companies. If you need any berry bushes or fruit trees, you better be ordering them quick, because I wanted a marshmallow plant, and last year, from the end of January, I mean, I just wasn't thinking until now. Nobody had marshmallow plant seeds. They can be used as herbs, and they have medicinal purposes. And don't ask me what that medicinal purpose is. I am going to do a show and tell y'all what herbs I have planted and why. But there's all kinds of channels. They do all kinds of herb stuff, tinctures, that I don't do. I want to make sure our sinuses, our teeth, bronchial, viruses, anything that I need for that kind of stuff is what I'm ordering. Let's see, yarrow, echinacea, the marshmallow plant, of course, thyme and rosemary and basil. Oh, I love that purple basil. And I found the purple, but I forget what it's called. Scarlet basil, maybe. I did find some of those seeds. I had ordered some. Most of y'all remember Marquita Albert that I got my turkeys from, that passed away just a few months after that. Her brother was doing the scarlet basil. Oh my gosh. Talk about sweet smelling and tasting. That was so good. But you need your herbs, your oregano, and you need your cooking herbs, and you need your medicinal herbs. And most of the medicinal herbs, you can pluck the flowers and make teas out of it. Train's going. Let's see if it's empty cars or loaded cars. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4. That apparently was a load. Well, those aren't coal cars. These aren't coal cars, guys. I have never in my life, and I grew up on this part of the river. This is actually, my boys' camp is the property that my dad's best friend's camp was on. These are tankers. These are tank cars, and I don't know what this is. They're black. There's some white ones, the gray ones. Let me see. Let me turn it around. There's no coal cars. Well, there's a couple stuck in the middle. Procor. I'll have to look that company up. But it had 4 engines on this train. Oh, well, now there's somebody's vehicle. There was four engines on this. So it's a heavy load because, we live in mountains, and oh, you had over 100 loofahs? Well, I'm glad you told me that, because I would have planted more than one plant. I'm going to put cattle panels up, like on the front of my property where the driveway is. And that's where I'm going to put my sunflowers and my loofahs. But I can't get over these cars. Some of them's like box cars. They're all numbered. CSYX, TIMX, CGOX, TFOX. Well, there was a CSX. I don't know. This is an odd train. Well, here's some coal cars, but they're empty. They must be taking them back to load them. Oh, now the whole rest of the train's let me let you see what coal cars look like if you don't know. Y'all see them? That's That's coal cars. That's what the coal cars look like. Oh, there's the end of the train. That's odd. Wonder what all those tankers were for. All those letters. That was odd. Oh, what? Hey, Mr. Cox, how are you, sweetheart? Yes, you can. And hey, Team Angel. Um, a single loaf of plant had over 100. Oh my gosh, I would have. Lord only knows how many loofah plants I would have planted if I didn't know that. But I did watch a bunch of channels last year that were trying to figure out the easiest way to get their loofahs out. And there was more than one channel that said soak them in water and then you rip. You know, because you leave them on there till they dry and the skin's hard. But cracking them, it's a mess. You can even shake them when they're hard and hear all the seeds and everything in them. But, you know, you don't have to have $1 million worth of seeds. Your loofahs, you get seeds. Your yellow squash, your zucchini, your tomatoes, your cucumbers, automatic, hundreds of seeds from a few plants, or even sacrifice one whole plant and keep your seeds in case you need to share them with your family. Let your lettuce bolt. Let your spinach bolt. And what I mean by bolt is when it gets too hot. Those are spring and really fall plants, but we all plant them all year round. They will grow stalks and flowers. Those are your seeds. Plant a couple of those just to let them bolt to get the seeds. So you only need enough seeds to start your garden one time. If you're not sure how to save the seeds, there's several really good books. Roots and Refuge does a lot of seed saving videos, or she did. They're in her history. But you only have to have enough. Now, I would have enough to succession plant like I'm going to do. But listen, I've got so many seeds, it's ridiculous. But I didn't know if I was going to have to share with anybody so they could have a garden this year. But if you'll look it up, I don't know how you would look it up. I saw a video and articles where they have given 2 universities in California money, and then another guy talking about how much money he had spent on getting nanotechnology in our lettuces. They're working on romaine lettuce first. Then a couple other videos was the ingredients that's in this Kool-Aid. They give 2 universities in California grants to figure out how to get that stuff from that Kool-Aid in the lettuces. And once they get the lettuces, then they'll go to other vegetables, then they'll go to meats. So eventually, if we can buy stuff in the store, it is not going to be safe. You just need to learn how to, whatever's in season, whatever you can grow in your garden, that's what you eat. You know? I'm going to put up a cattle panel greenhouse. There are tons of videos on cattle panel greenhouses. Now, my favorite one, when I do my coops like that, I just attach it to the 2x4s. My favorite cattle panel greenhouse is the one that you do a frame around that it's at least 2 feet high. Now, in my area, we can't have high tunnels. They would collapse under the snow. So we have to have greenhouses. But you want a greenhouse with a high enough roof, at least 8 to 10 feet, that you can have good circulation through that greenhouse. So the ones that have the frames around them that are at least 2 feet high and a door in the front, a window, and you can still roll up the sides, that's what I'm interested in. You can get very cheaply at Walmart the net that you put over your vegetables. So if you've got it in a greenhouse and then you put the little mesh net over your vegetables, you can grow tons of lettuce and spinach and kale um, in the winter and have fresh salads. What is a Mountain Magic? Special purpose tank and freight, conventional private. Oh, you looked it up. What's that? What do you think that means? A Canadian company. What do you think's in it, Mountain Magic? I'm glad I spit off those letters for you. Because I was going to have to go back and listen to myself. A Canadian company. What's a Canadian company sending down through here in those tanker cars? That's just odd, don't you think? Don't you think? Oh, they've already... What plants have you heard, Mr. Cox, that they've already corrupted? Oh, all right, Heidi. Scaled to thee. Santa. What about Santa? What do you think's in those tanker cars, Mountain Magic? Yes, I love squash steamed, roasted, rolled in flour and cornmeal, and fried with grease. I like squash and zucchini anyway. Chocolate zucchini cake. Oh, my word. Oh, they're delivering Santa. Oh, Santa's already come and gone. He's back at the North Pole. Do y'all ever watch, it's SOMERS, Summers in Alaska? They live in North Pole, Alaska, and it's Christmas there all year round. That's a cute little show. They have a clothing line, but the minute they put it out, it's gone. They put it out in time for Christmas, it's gone. Hey, Lottie, how are you, darling? Makes me think of my grandma every time I see your name, and a cousin that was named after my grandma. It's Lottie. Well, listen, y'all, that's all I had to say. Get ready, get your seeds ordered. Even if you have to go to the dollar store and get the GMO seeds, it don't make any difference. They use coal for a lot more than just fuel, a lot of things, like making charcoal. Well, it's used to make steel, too. Have to fire up. I mean, coal's hot. In West Virginia, coal burns hotter than anybody's coal. They need that to fire to make steel. You know, AOC and all that BS. They still have to make steel. They still need coal. Oh, the tobacco and rice. Oh, don't you? Lenny, I bought one of her headbands, but I didn't know their stuff was so popular. I ended up with a brown one, but that's okay. It matches my camo. You lived in Alaska? That's always been my dream. Somebody put in my yearbook, hope you make it to Alaska someday. That was always my dream. From the minute in grade school I learned about Alaska. And we had a huge section on Alaska when I was in the 6th grade. And that's all I talked about. I wanted to go to Alaska, wanted to go to Alaska, wanted to go to Alaska. Never made it to Alaska. And now I wouldn't leave this state for anything. I might go over into Virginia to shop or something, but I'm not getting any more than a couple hours away from home, so I'll never make it to Alaska. But I have some things from Alaska now, so that's precious to me. Now, those were tankers. That wasn't coal, Mr. Cox. I got my seeds and everything I need for my spring garden. Oh, that's good. I have got, I've already got my, see, last year I got my fig trees and my blueberry bushes I showed you. I've got one pear tree that was already delivered. I don't know why it's delivered. It's bare root. I gotta open that box and see what in the world they've sent me. I can't put it in the ground now. You don't plant them 2 feet deep, and our frost line's 2 feet deep. I've got, and all of this stuff, you have to have 2 different varieties to get it to grow, so I don't know what these companies that are putting this fiber optic line is. They're always out. I don't know what they're doing on a Sunday afternoon. But anyway, I got 2 pear trees, and I know that's not a huge amount, and it'll be 2 years before we really get anything. But blueberries, strawberries, and the wild blackberries I already have. And it's already scheduled for delivery the end of February and 1st of March for my other pear tree. And oh my gosh, what else was it? Pear, um, peach, and elderberry bushes, and two lemon trees. And I need to order lime. You know, my taste is still all messed up, and I realized on New Year's Eve, lime, I can really taste lime. It was good. So, you know, those trees are pricey. You got to wait on them to mature. I'm a telling you. But it'll be worth the wait. Now, if I can just figure out where to plant them. So, anyway, I'm going to head up this mountain, get my chores taken care of. And I just wanted to tell y'all to be sure, be planting your sunflowers, be planting your corn if you have your animals to feed. And in 2 months, we're going to be getting 2 little piggies. I'm so excited. I think I've got to call the guy and see what kind of pigs they are. But they're not born yet, and then they have to have 6 weeks to be weaned. So, but they're due any time. So I'm checking on getting some piggies. So we'll have turkeys and piggies and rabbits and chickens. And then I have access to beef from neighbors if I so choose. But anyway, I love y'all. I'm going to get busy. Thank you, whoever told me, and I'll go back and review chat to clip this thing onto my visor. Oh my gosh. I love y'all with all my heart. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate every second y'all listen to me ramble on, but I do try to give you good information. I really do. Pray for you. Remember, session goes down 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So at least we know we're connected spiritually. We're going to sit down and pray for one another. I do have this set up now with a light. I might try it and do a nighttime live, see if it lights me up enough. And anyway, till next time, y'all know I love you with all of my heart. Say your prayers. Prep your soul first. Read your Bible every day. When you're in different seasons of your life, there will be scripture that you have read dozens of times, and there just something pops out in that scripture or that chapter. I think we are meant in different seasons of our life to have deeper understanding of those words. And pray for your neighbor, pray for each other. I do believe this is a time of separation. I really do. Pray for our country. Pray that some way, maybe our leaders would open their hearts and see what they're doing and realize that we are not to be trampled on. We are human beings as they are. But anyway, I love y'all with all of my heart. And until next time, be safe.